Hello, Ethereal.
What's up, y'all? We're back with another video. For starters, we want to thank you guys for the last capsule, our Genesis capsule. Thank you for the support. Thank you for just purchasing, the people who purchased, the people who showed love on social media, the people who shared, everything, the feedback that we received from after we released everything and we did the whole rollout. It was very positive. It was more than what we expected. For me personally, more than what I expected. I like the feedback. It was pretty good. Very grateful, and we thank you guys, and we're gonna have more for you guys soon. This video in particular, what are we gonna be talking about? Basically, it's gonna be a reiteration of some of the things that we said in the Genesis video, the first video we uploaded on YouTube. Alongside of, it's basically a redo of that video, but we're gonna give you guys more insight, more context of what we're doing, kind of reintroduce ourselves, and tell you guys where the brand is right now, what's coming, all that stuff, and really give you guys an accurate description of Ethereal, while also letting you guys know what goes on behind the scenes, what's going into the product, what separates us from buying something from us versus somebody else, why you should shop with us, why you should purchase us, what makes Ethereal, and why are we constantly saying that it's more than just clothing, it's a lifestyle, it's a decision to, you know, really just try to strive for better in life when you're repping Ethereal. So we're gonna get into all of that in this video. For starters, elephant in the room, Abraham is not here with us. So we had a big talk with him. He felt for personal reasons that it was best he takes his own path. He goes his own separate way. And yeah, I mean, we wish him the best of luck. We pray for him. We hope all is well. And yeah.
Much love, yeah. Much love.
Other than that, getting straight into it, rolling into it. Boom. Last video, in the Genesis video, I essentially labeled Ethereal as a couture brand. That is not actually the right definition / label for Ethereal. The correct and accurate label for our brand is a Christian-rooted, modern, artisan, luxury brand. Now, as far as couture goes, that's not something that we can call ourselves right now. There's a lot that goes on with that. There's a lot of requirements. There's a lot of things we have to do, a lot of responsibilities to become a couture brand. And that's something that we may or may not step into in the future. It's kind of just on the back end for now. That's like, we have to really grow this into something way bigger before we even get into that realm, that space. And I know that some people might be asking, how are we luxury when we're kind of releasing streetwear stuff? We're not trying to get into the streetwear scene. Everything that we're making is not, as far as like quality wise and the type of garments themselves, it may have some traces of streetwear, but it is not streetwear at all. Yeah. It's more of like it's luxury, put it plainly, artisan luxury, modern artisan luxury. So with that being said, right, I'm gonna tell you guys who I am and what I do in particular for the brand, what my position is, and get into all of that. So I am Bobby Figueroa. I am the creative director for Ethereal Hearts as a whole. I also edit all the videos. From all the videos that you've seen for us, I've edited every single one except for the first initial video. We had Nick Chang do that for us. Yeah. Great guy. Shout out, Nick. So as far as everything else, photos, videos, everything that we do, I'm editing it. I'm creating the concepts behind it. The whole creative aspect of Ethereal, the story building, the aesthetic, the pictures, every single little detail, that's what my job is. I'm supposed to come up with all of that and build the story behind Ethereal, build the world behind Ethereal, and show you guys. So you guys, you know, if you're out on a day-to-day basis, you see something and you're like, yo, that's Ethereal right there, you know? So I'm kind of just like helping you guys understand what Ethereal is, what it is, as far as like aesthetic definition and the lore behind our brand. So
he basically created a world for you guys.
Yeah, literally, like it's equivalent to when you have a show that you watch, like the whole world behind that show, what the characters are wearing, all that same thing, like is the Ethereal Hearts world, basically. And we're gonna, as time goes on, we're really gonna unfold it. We have a lot of stuff planned. I've been talking with him, telling him some of the things that I have lined up. And you're gonna just see it as time goes on, how the story unfolds for the brand and what we have planned and in every little detail. And hopefully you guys like it. And, you know, it just helps build that community that we're looking to build with just a tremendous amount of people. But besides that, literally, as far as the garments goes and like the clothing section, well, House of Ethereal, that's my job. I cut the garments, I sew the garments, I create the patterns for everything from the process of making a t-shirt from scratch, every single detail, everything, that is all my job. That is what I do. I make each and every single garment for you guys. It's not us going to a manufacturer. We're not going to somebody else to do a design for us or to make the patterns. No, everything is done by us. Everything's intentional. We have our hands on everything throughout the whole entire process. So it's just so that you guys know, but energy behind the fabric and the clothes that you're wearing and just the feeling you get when you're wearing it, it's all woven with just care, grace, and positivity. So that way, you know, and that's what essentially my goal is for people who are wearing Ethereal Hearts clothing, is to, you know, let that be that clothing that you put on and it gives you that confidence, or it gives you that feeling of just safety, security, grace, a feeling of just like Christ is with you, and you just, it's just a stronger presence. Like you can go out and just be bold, do new things. And literally, crazy enough, because I've had people who've bought the clothing from the past collection, our recent capsule, and they've came back to me and they've done new things. We have someone go skydiving, doing new experiences, something that they wanted to do that was on their bucket list, or they're out, it's conversation starters from like when they're wearing our clothes, people come up to them, they're having great conversations, things of that nature, getting compliments. And that's everything that I've hoped for and envisioned for Ethereal when people wear our clothing. So there's a lot of intention that goes behind the clothing for Ethereal. And I feel like what really separates us from other brands is what's woven inside the garment, the fabric itself, and it's the energy. Like I was saying, like the music you listen to, the clothing you're wearing, the brands that you're supporting, you don't necessarily know the person that has their hands on it, or the brand itself, the person who owns that brand, what's the message that they're trying to push out, what's the energy behind it. You know, it could sometimes have a demonic essence or entity behind it, or just like a negative energy. And I feel like as a person, as a Christian myself, as a follower of Jesus, I find it hard sometimes when I'm like, I support a particular brand or place, and then I find out like their intentions and motives behind said product or the brand itself is negative. And I feel like in a spiritual sense, it kind of, you start to realize more, is like that conviction of like, I don't want to listen to that type of music. I don't want to wear that type of clothing. Yeah, it's the discernment. And with Ethereal, you guys don't have to worry about that. It's like you put on our clothing and it's just a burst of confidence. That's what I want you guys to have. And it's so much more than that. Just an abundance of just positive emotions and feelings is what I want people to have when they're wearing our clothing. But
change lives.
Yeah, literally. So I feel like that's most of the stuff that that comes to mind when it comes to the garment side of Ethereal. But we do have good news, and that is
great news.
Great news, in fact. We are expanding the business. We are getting into fragrances, and that's going to be TJ. He's going to be taking care of that. I feel like this is a big step for the brand, because you look at a lot of brands, like luxury brands in particular, like Maison Margiela, Louis Vuitton, Dior, all these brands, they have leather goods, they have fragrances, regular clothes, accessories, things of that nature. And it's like that expansion that helps them, you know, bring out more products of that particular brand out to the people. And we went from printing on shirts to now cut and sew to now doing fragrances. And I feel like this is just another big step for us to grow this business and grow the community and reach more people. Like for the people who don't like the clothing or the aesthetic or the vibe, whatever it may be, you know, hey, well, we got fragrances as well. You know, if you're more of a fragrance person, there's something else for you to buy online. So I'm gonna have TJ explain what his role is, what he does, because that's all him right there. So yeah, I'll let you take it away.
Thanks, bud. So my name is Tavario Jones. As you guys may know, I am the co-director I just wanted to say, still the co-director for the creative aspect of Bobby and,
Yes.
you know, the vision that he's trying to create and the world that he's trying to create with Ethereal. My insights are getting put into everything that he does and he tells me and things of that nature. So you guys won't be losing the aspect of my creativity, but my creativity is just going to be adding on to that while he takes care of the main point of that. But I'm also now the creative director of our fragrance house at Ethereal Hearts. So my job is through fragrances, through scents, still build the image that we want for Ethereal Heart, the direction that we want for Ethereal Hearts, while on the back end, the fragrances is still coming with its own. Every fragrance is going to be made from, if it's from a feeling, a new transition to a storyline, or I'm creating different fragrances and scents that, for one, is gonna, like some fragrances is gonna take you back to a time in your life that you probably had a certain feeling or a certain smell. We all get those moments where we will go into an environment and we will smell something that seems nostalgic to us. Them nostalgic smells, I'm gonna be hitting on that. On the other end, some fragrances is gonna be for a new transition, probably in my life, probably in your life, that is gonna be a theme of something. From like, even the chords that I mix is gonna be based off a bass note, a heart note, and a top note. Those I'm gonna weave together, kind of like music. I'm gonna weave together to create a fragrance that have all purpose, like from even the materials that I use for the fragrances. Like for instance, a woody smell could resonate to being grounded. A vanilla smell can resonate to you smelling warmth. A citrus smell can resonate to joy. All of it is gonna be put together for the common theme that I put for that fragrance. And for so far, I've been enjoying it. I have something in the works for you guys for both men, female, and unisex fragrance. So it's gonna be something for everybody, even be something for if you're a high schooler and you want a fragrance that's really smells different from anything that any of your peers ever, you know, smell, then Ethereal Heart Fragrances is gonna be the fragrance for that. We looking to expand over the other fragrances that's been running things for years. These fragrances is gonna come with purpose. When you put them on, you're gonna be walking in public, and it's gonna be also timeless based off the time that you're wearing it. You're gonna start your own time capsule for how that fragrance did in your life, what part it played in your life, and things of that nature. It's gonna be occurring stuff like for the garments, how people is starting to do new things, or new experiences will just happen or open up for them. It's kind of gonna be the same for the smell, for the fragrances. You're gonna have certain moments that you wear in that fragrance, and I'm telling you, phenomenal things will happen because of just the grace that I'm gonna be putting behind it. I'm gonna be praying over my materials, and when I put together for the last final product, every final product will be touched with, you know, I'm gonna bless it. I'm gonna bless it basically for you guys. So it's more than just wearing the fragrance. I'm changing how the fragrance
game is
gonna be in this world right now. So stay tuned to that. And further down the line, hey, jewelry might be coming to the stash too. Jewelry, different accessories and things of that nature. But that's down the line. We're gonna work with what we have now. But just be excited and pray for me with this fragrance thing that we're trying to do, because it's going to be something very well.
I will add on to that as well. I don't know if you said it, but alongside just the fragrances resembling like the seasons or experiences, things of that nature, but even as far as the content that we'll be releasing, like the trailers for the fragrances, you'll see the storytelling behind all that stuff that he's mentioning. Like, we're gonna go in depth, like the same way he's co-directing with me, and we're making sure we're both relaying to each other what our ideas are, and we're just meshing it together to get that product out to you. So yeah, I want to add that in just so they know, like, as like content wise, video wise, you know,
it's gonna be different. A very complex marketing that us Ethereal do. Very ethereal marketing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I did, because as he was speaking, I did recall when he was speaking about the materials that he's using, he's being very particular with the materials that he's using, making sure that it's the highest quality of material. Same thing. Yes. We were blessed enough to receive funding and investments for the brand, so everything got upgraded. Literally everything got upgraded. I'm talking machines, the needles that we were using, the threading, everything's to the highest quality, or just a tier under, tad bit the highest quality of what these people are using down in Louis Vuitton, Dior, luxury brands in Japan, it's Italy, whatever it may be. We are using the highest quality of materials that we can.
Yeah.
At that point is more of just execution on both of our parts for fragrances and the garments. When it comes to actually making the product, now it's just more on, we have the materials we need, thankfully to God, because this is literally what I prayed for, he prayed for. Yes. We have all the resources that we need right now. Now is just more the time of us just executing with what we have and just having that grace and letting Jesus just guide our hands, and flow. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, I feel like we hit the nail on everything, right?
Yes, I want to say so.
Yeah, I feel like we probably hit the nail on everything. That's literally everything that's to come. Another thing as well for garments.
Maybe our YouTube gonna be constructed.
That would be, because we'll get into that in the next video.
Yes.
Yeah, but basically too, for the garments, we are coming up this fall, we're separating, we're gonna have the category same as fragrances. We're having a women's section, men's section, and then there's unisex. So look forward to doing that. We're kind of expanding that as well. But hey, pray for us, y'all. We're thriving, we're trying to just follow down the path that seems like what God has intended for us. And
our purposeful path.
Our purposeful path. You're gonna know what we talking about in a few minutes. But friggin', yeah, man, we're just trying to hit it on the nail and really build a community with you guys. And we want to be as transparent as we can and be as informative as we can with you guys. So that way we can build a community. You know who we are, what our mindset is, and you understand us better. So when you're going out to buy the product, there's more of a sense of, security. And so like, I know that with what I'm buying, these people pour their hearts out into it. This is something they're passionate about, and I'm happy to support them however it may seem, whether it be liking, subscribing, purchasing an item, whatever it may be. Alongside that, as far as like building a community, we also encourage you guys to comment on posts, comment down this post. If you guys have any questions, things of that nature, we are here to answer them to the best of our capabilities. And we literally, we want to build a community with you guys, and
about anything too.
Literally, literally. So that's basically it. We're gonna see you guys, and we're gonna be filming our first open discussion video.
Yes,
so we'll see you guys.
See you. Blessings.